Good morning, Virgo. This is Fuel the Soul, and I'm here with your reading for July 16th through the 31st. And I am shuffling these cards. I already cleansed them, so I'll just shuffle them a few more times in front of you guys. While I do that, I wanted to let you know that I won't be here with any readings in the month of August, but I'll be back in September. And I wasn't well over the last couple of weeks prior, so I wasn't able to reach out, communicate with others, take readings. So I'll start looking at all of that or have my girl work on that while I'm gone. And that's about it. Now, let's see. Let's break these up. Actually, that felt okay, but I'll break them just in one more time. How about that? Uh, okay, this is a reading for Virgo. The first card is the Queen of Pentacles. The next card, the Six of Coins. This card is really busy. It's hard to see the coins. I remember in another reading, so maybe that'll pop up. Then we have the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Cups. And the next card is the Ten of Swords. So it looks like there's some changes going on here. Let's start off with the first card. The Queen of Pentacles. Being that this is a Virgo reading, we see the Queen of Pentacles, and of course that's Earth sign. So this could represent you, Virgo, male or female. There's another energy here that feels like it could be the male. So, you can kind of absorb that and see how that feels for you. But for now, what we see here is the Queen of Pentacles. And she's kind of, it's interesting. I'm trying to look at the picture so I can get the energy from it. I feel like she's taking care of it. Like, I feel like she is caring for this pentacle, which might represent her values, her money, and kind of all that she owns. So whatever she values or he values, he or she, the pentacle represents that. And it talks in this particular card to me about a woman who's more, I don't feel her in a panic. I don't feel her crazed, or him, the card. I feel like this person is kind of in tune with where they're at this time and place, knowing that they have this pentacle that has this value, that they have certain things around them, and I think they want to keep them and like and keep it. I keep hearing enrich them. So I feel like she wants to kind of continue to have the life luxuries, the extras. If you look at this card, it's very green. Her not only is her dress green, but everything around it is really green and colorful. I know this cards maybe don't show well on the camera, but I am seeing a lot of that extra, the lushy stuff. And then she has like these roses, which I noticed immediately on the side of her head. And they talk about her not being so sharp, but more on the softer side. in this particular reading. And then there's this like tree branch that's floating through and it has fruit on it. And that fruit, it talks about again the things that she can groom, sustain, maintain. And that's what I'm feeling for this um, first card for the energy for Virgo, male or female. We're going to move on to the next card. It is the I was saying before, this is the Six of Pentacles. And this one's rather difficult to see, which I don't know why it seems to bug me, and not in the way like, oh, it bugs me. No, I feel like it's messages being sent to me. I feel like the pentacles are hard to find because maybe the pentacles are not as available as they used to be. This card talks about someone handing out money, handing out pentacles to those who are in need or asking, and this person obliging them by giving them the pentacles, being a very warm energy that wants to give and wants to and has the ability to give. The next card is the Eight of Cups, and the Eight of Cups talks about someone basically deciding to turn around and not, I'm hearing like walk away, not revisit, go off for a time on, like maybe on their own. That's what I'm hearing. And so the Eight of Pentacles talks, the Eight of Cups talks about someone in this energy here not feeling complete, not feeling like something is fitting them right. So they're choosing to kind of maybe grab their belongings, grab what they have, the pentacles, their money, and get up and actually move on and go into a new space, a new energy, because maybe handing out the money was getting to be too much and the balance wasn't available anymore. And maybe this Pentacles Queen is feeling the effects of that. And it could be to, it could be that there's two people that are choosing to kind of go separate ways. But I would say that, but I would have liked to have seen it that way more. And this way, I can still see that, but I feel more like these two energies, or this energy talks about having, money, having some luxuries, some nice things, but maybe for somebody it's not as easy to hand out anymore. Maybe the money isn't there like it used to quite be. And so someone is kind of choosing maybe not to hand out money anymore. And maybe that's what this is about. Maybe not necessarily leaving, but not handing out those coins anymore. Not funding an individual or funding a project. That's kind of what I'm feeling now as I see this. The next card is the Ten of Swords. So what I'm feeling for Virgo is that Virgo is having some kind of life change financially, like a financial life change, maybe even a personal within type of change, where Virgo is feeling like I need something different because I'm feeling the same way all the fucking time. And I'm not feeling that satisfaction that I thought that I would have. And maybe Virgo is just kind of getting fried to the nines. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know why that's coming out. And maybe Virgo's just saying, you know what? Like, I can't continue to pay out. I can't continue to live this lifestyle. I can't continue to have this woman. I can't continue to have this man. I can't continue kind of with what's kind of the way my life is working, because it's not really panning out for me. It's costing me too much. And so I'm thinking that maybe I need to make some changes. And maybe some of those changes is pulling back and not using that money the way you used to, maybe not as freely, because you know that maybe Virgo's coming in some the future is going to have to be dealing maybe with some tough times. And so perhaps Virgo realizes that they can't do this anymore. They can't have this anymore right now because they have to pull away from it, whatever this is over here, because maybe a difficult period is coming for them and they're aware of it or not aware of it, but there's a difficult period coming for them. And so maybe Virgo wants to choose to kind of turn around and go in a different direction to avoid this, right? Nothing wrong with that. I understand that. Also, too, though, the turning around and wanting to walk away from a relationship could be there as well because of the cups. We see that cups are about emotional feelings and about things that you are attached to emotionally. And it looks like Virgo's maybe making a decision that they have to turn around and go in a different direction so that they can avoid having 10 knives in their back. Maybe this is intelligent on Virgo's behalf because you're seeing that things aren't working out for you in certain aspects of your life and you're choosing to pull back and make some tough calls, some tough decisions, but to make your life better or to be able to go through some type of process and make it easy on yourself and avoid this 10 of swords. The 10 of swords talks about being pinned down and being weighted, or I don't know if that's even a word, with pressures and difficulties, problematic issues that maybe were even swirling around Virgo, and Virgo was thinking they had it kind of handled, but in reality, Virgo wasn't really handling it. What they were really doing was not paying everybody off, but just kind of like, I want to say like hush money or hush love or like giving what people and things need to kind of sustain something, but not possibly looking at the real situation at hand. And maybe now it's kind of coming to a place where Virgo has to make some judgment calls because what is waiting is this if Virgo doesn't handle their shit, their business. And so I'm hoping for Virgo that this reading is coming to you and sending you the message that if you think you're in this type of situation, if this is resonating for you, that, okay, I ain't trying to pick on you, man. I'm trying to tell you, please look at your shit. Look at it. Look at your side of the street. Address it. Address it. Deal with it. One by one. Take a chunk out of each the one that you can deal with, that you can make moves in, that you can eliminate off this difficult to-do list. Start chipping away and start removing those swords from your back. And maybe this 8 of Cups can be you turning around and reaching or placing that last cup and completing a cycle. I want Virgo to be successful, and I want you to, I don't want to pick on you. What I'm trying to say is I want you, if you're in this situation, if you see things that you haven't handled, I'm begging you, man, go look at some of it. Don't turn your back on it, because what's going to happen if you turn your back on it and don't address this, you're going to have this waiting for you. And I don't want that for you. I want you to be successful. I want you to progress and move forward. I want you to have a 10, but not this 10. I want you to have the 10 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles and the aces, which mean things are going your way and in a proper, swift energy and beautiful flow that comes to Virgo to help Virgo complete some of the things that are waiting, that are weighing Virgo down. And maybe that's about Virgo making some tough decisions about not maybe giving yourself away to everybody, maybe not looking for approval from everyone. Maybe there's an energy here, male or female, that's absorbing all your energy and isn't giving you anything back in return. And perhaps Virgo's constantly handing out and not really receiving. And maybe that's what this reading is about for you, Virgo. You understanding that there is a balance on the scale, and that scale, yes, you have to give, but also you have to be able to receive it. And also understand that baggage follows you everywhere. And you can like move on, of course, from things and let them go and be like, that's in my past. I'm over it. I get that. I'm down with that. I'm cool with that. But there's certain things that you can't do that with. You just can't. They're too messy. And those are the ones that you have to look at. And to help you move forward, Virgo, I want growth and I want potential for you to be something bigger and better, because this Eight of Cups feels like it hurts a little to walk away. And the Ten of Swords feels like in this feels like hurtful and painful to walk away from something emotional. This one just feels like there's nothing, nothing more there to poke at, because it's like flatlined, if you will, not dead, but just the energy of not being able to feel anything anymore, because you've been inflicted with so much already that you don't even know, you don't even want to get up, right? You're like trying to cover your face here and not get stabbed in the back anymore, and not things that are coming around that you didn't take care of come and stab you in the back too. And I don't mean stab like someone at you hurtful, but actually someone, actually another sort of to-dos that maybe you should have looked at and chose to maybe not look at, and now they're back again, and now they hurt, and they're holding you down, pinning you down, and not allowing you to live life. I want you to live. I want you to be successful. I want that for all my signs. That's what I do. I want you to look at with this month at things that maybe you haven't looked at, and start, write them down and look at them. Don't just look at them. Write them down, dude. Just leave them right there and do your thing, and then go look at them a little bit and start seeing what you can kind of look at and chip away at. Sometimes it's a phone call. All it is a fucking phone call to fix things. Sometimes it's going on the internet and repairing something. Sometimes it's just about hiring a friend or an acquaintance to fix some of your shit for you. So you don't even have to fucking deal with it. Someone else deals with it. You don't have to have this emotional attachment. You could just take care of some of that shit so that your slate is clean and that Virgo can move on and live life and enjoy life and love and respect and fucking shine, motherfucker. Shine! I want you to fucking shine. That's what I'm thinking for you, Virgo. I'm sorry my camera keeps freezing. I'm hoping you're receiving these messages. I want to infuse you with my energy. I want to give you this good, clean vibra. And I want you to be in peace. I want you to fucking be in peace. I don't want this for you. I don't want that for you. I want you to have success in your life. So maybe this reading is about you just kind of looking at things that maybe you had thought were over with, or maybe you thought that it was handled, or maybe you have situations that are still open and you know they haven't been handled. And perhaps this month and this ongoing month, you can maybe close that part of your life so that this Ten of Swords doesn't come after you. And you can feel really wonderful about completing some things. Even the smallest thing, dude, even the smallest things, they become really big things. And if you work on them, they can be very generous. The universe can really shine light on you and say, fuck, I like what you're doing, dude. You're turning your shit around. I'm digging that shit. You know, let me reward you with a little extra love. Let me give you a little extra luck. Let me shine some fucking light on your private road to life. And let me guide you. Let me guide you. Let me guide you. Let me show you the way. Let me give you that peace. Let me give you that peace. The universe wants to give you that. Okay? That's my reading for Virgo. Now, as we're going on here, because I believe that's the message, I would say, okay, I'll pull some more cards out and see about this, but I really don't think that that is the message. This is about a much more deeper, profound, heavy energy coming to you with light saying, look at your shit. Look at stuff that you haven't looked at. We all have shit. I got shit. So I have to look at my shit too. I'm not trying to poke at you. And other signs have to look at their shit too. But for this month, this is for Virgo. That's the message for you. Look at your stuff and don't try to cover it up quickly with some easy answers. Some might be easy, but some might not be. Look at where you are and start finding out what it is you need to do about some of the things in your life that maybe aren't making you happy anymore. And that this Eight of Cups is very deserving. Maybe you have to walk away and move on because whatever you have over here is costing you way too much, Virgo. And we don't want you to end up like this, you know? Each sword represents something that's going on in your life or can happen. And maybe we don't want you to get to this point, you know? Let's see where I'm at on time. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pull a card or two here. See, I have the Death card, which talks about something finishing if you don't take care of your business and ending. And about you, if you don't take care of this, if you don't create that that balance, that you're going to go through something rather difficult, and it could be financial, it could be personal, and you can actually already be going through it. The Death card talks about ending, kaputs, but knowing that the next card that follows talks about you coming back into the game in play with Two Pentacles because you cleaned your slate or because shit ended badly or because you had to walk away. Whatever this is, the next card talks about the Two of Pentacles and you coming back into the game, into play, being a key player in your life and creating something good again, starting over, and already having the ability to skip one and go to two. Do you understand? Like you don't have to go through the one. You went right to two. It's like Virgo will find their balance quickly. That's what I'm seeing. Virgo will find their balance again. You may have to go through some difficulties if you don't address the challenges that you know are back there and that you haven't really looked at. So if you can take care of some of this shit, if you have this, if this resonates for you, you may avoid all of this or half of this, and half is better than 10. I'm telling you, with these cards, you don't want the 10 here. You want half of it or less to deal with. And the blows might be a lot easier for you, or the heaviness. Knowing though that Virgo will come back at 2. And I love this card. I'm actually kind of liking this card in this deck. I always talk about I love the Strength card. But something about this card really floats for me. It really flows. I think I like the fact that it talks about one having balance with yourself, and that little, someone corrected me once and told me what it was. It's on Clash of the Titans. There's a movie and there's this owl, and this little owl goes with the guy, and like on his journey, and he just kind of overlooks, and he's kind of whimsical, and he kind of brings light to the situations, and even the toughest ones. I feel like this little, I forgot what the person who sent me, thank you so much for the person who sent me the info. um I feel like that's like that little mechanical owl for a lot of you sometimes. On another reading, I didn't feel that, but on this reading, I do. And I feel like that mechanical owl is the guidance, kind of keeping you company on this new path and this new private road, this new journey of life for you. It's a restart for you. And it's a sign that you're being guided. You're not alone, Virgo. You really aren't. It's almost like your spirits, your guides, and around you, your angels, they're kind of pushing you to do this because they know that you have more and that you're capable of it, and that you can have and sustain this wonderful balance. I feel like this person here isn't going to drop those pentacles, and I feel like this person isn't going to fall. I feel this person's going to finish this and move on to the next level. All right, that's what I'm getting. Now, I have this deck of cards, and I tell everybody they're too damn mushy for me, all right? They're those love cards, and I don't know why, but they spoke to me, and I said, all right, I'm going to try. So, I'm letting everybody know I dread some of the cards because I'm like, what the hell am I going to say with that card? Like, I want to throw up. But I have found, what? I have found that I come up with something and it does fit the readings. It's just not as mushy as these cards. Now, I don't know what the hell's happening, but this happened maybe out of all the readings. So far, it's happened like 3 times where a card just freaking falls out. I think it's cool. So I'm going to use this card because I feel it's fitting for Virgo. It's meant for you. Let's turn it around. I actually thought it was a couple of cards. Okay, so this card is very fitting. Okay, cool. I might use these cards. Thank you to everybody out there. You know who I'm talking to. Thank you for letting me enjoy these fucking cards. I thought I wasn't. Okay, it says, retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. So I'm going to show it to you. Retreat. Oh, I'm sorry about the camera, man. So sorry. Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. So for me, I'm not, the image doesn't resonate with me right now. I mean, it does if I see it in a different way. When I see this card, I think it's so fucking super fitting with this 8 of Cups, right? About pulling back. And in this card, there's even a couple here. And for some of you out there, Virgo, this may talk about you pulling away from an individual, or if you're a couple, pulling away from your social circle, from society, and re-evaluating and finding out what really works for you, Virgo. What is it that you really want? And it has to be with truth. You have to disconnect from the bullshit materialistic world out there and all the judgment bullshit. You have to disconnect from those worlds and really get in touch with you. You, Virgo. It's about you. What do you really fucking want? And do you need all that shit? And looking at self and what will really provide you with what you want. What do you want, Virgo? This is the time for you to start looking at your life and where you're at. And are you fucking happy? And if you are, that's fucking great. That's fucking great. Maybe there's a part of your life, if you're a couple or on your own, maybe there's a piece of this that has to be addressed so that you can move on in life and let some of this past go or present go so that you can move on. I see there's some difficulties coming though in the future, some stuff that's heavy. That's why I'm telling you to look at shit. I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm trying to say I feel some heaviness. So I want you to like dot your I's and cross your T's and pull away if you have to really see clearly what it is in life that makes you happy. Because I feel like Virgo's being in is feeling challenged, and those challenges are getting heavier on you. And I want for you to be happy. I want you to have success. So I'm thinking maybe if you look at some of these things and pull out some of these social circles that you're in that maybe aren't allowing you to see everything. Maybe there's a lot of stuff all around it, and it doesn't allow you to really see yourself and where the direction you're going in. Maybe you're getting caught up in stuff very easily for all signs. And myself, I've done that where I got caught up with things and not realized, oh my God, I'm caught up in shit. And it took me like forever to get out of it because I was caught up in the energies of others and the desires and the fantasies in my head. And it didn't allow me to see, fuck, I got to get back to reality. And so maybe this is what this is about. I'm not trying to shit on you guys. I'm trying to say, hey, take a look at some of your stuff so that in case there's something heavy coming up ahead, it won't be as heavy, okay? And if you need to disconnect and pull back and take some time out for yourself with the love of your life or with yourself, go for it. Pull out of the bullshit, man, and go be with that person. Love and embrace and feel the love again. Disconnect from the bullshit and reconnect to the true self, the true you, Virgo, the true love. You know what I mean? What is good for Virgo? Go out there and find it. Find your the checks and balances. Go reconnect and touch base with yourself and with those that you love. I'm Fuel the Soul. I fucking love you guys. I'll be back in September, and I'm so grateful to be here with you. I find this so fucking fulfilling. I can't tell you. Sometimes I don't even want to do it anymore because I get so fueled and so passionate about wanting you guys to fucking make it. Ugh, I want you to make it, man. So I'll be back in September. God bless you, and I want all my signs to make it. Much love for you, Virgo. Besos. Bye.